Hi again everyone, it's me Ape, and today we're gonna be doing the end of season 1 tier list for Gekishin Squadra. Toppo and every single other character has now been released from the first season, so I think it's the perfect time to make the end of season tier list. Toppo and Gammas and also Zamasu are the ones that's gonna change up this patch for the most part, but I have some other things that I wanted to talk about in terms of some of the other characters' rankings on the tier list, as I might have been a little bit too harsh on some characters and glazing some other characters as well. So I have some changes that I wanna show you guys. First up, before we get into the new character, let's talk about the buffed characters first. First up is Zamasu. So this right here is the tier list before Toppo. This was the tier list that I did the last time. And Zamasu was a B tier character, and the thing is, now that he has been buffed, he is still a B tier character, in my opinion. He is a bit stronger early game, but this character falls off very hard, and he is very easy to play around early game as well. So he doesn't really bring a lot to the team for the most part. His level 3 ult is pretty decent, but other than that, he is just severely undertuned. His entire kit revolves around him reviving and being a giga tank and stuff, but your team kinda just dies around you while you don't die, and then when you're the last person alive, he doesn't really do anything. So he's still a B tier character in my opinion. With the skill 1 and the skill 2, they would usually get stunned and have some small frames where they were like locked in place, which is really annoying, which made them really clunky to play with. But now it seems that they've fixed a lot of it. So now they feel way smoother to play, they're way faster, way quicker, and it feels way better to play the character now than it did before. So not only that, they also got more HP in total, and they also got more damage on their rush attacks, which is good. It went from 45 to 50. It's not insane, but it's still way better. And also, they got some more damage on their skill 1, which is huge. It's like 200 damage extra per strike, and also they got more damage on the explosion on the third skill, on the third kick on skill 1, which is like 1000 damage more. So it's an insane buff, especially early. It does way more damage, and you can really melt people down now with this character. Sadly, they nerfed Gamma 2's HP, which in my opinion is a bit weird, since he is the melee character. He's the one who's gonna be in the fight for the most part, but they gave more HP to Gamma 1. I don't know what their idea with this is. Doesn't really make sense to me. But nonetheless, it's still a huge buff. And the character does insane amounts of damage now. It did good damage before, but now it's way more. And also, having a AoE stun is such a huge team fighting ability. And it can really turn fights around very, very easily. So, because of that, I think the Gammas are actually a very, very viable option. I will say, I probably won't be putting them in S tier right now, but I will put them at the highest A tier. This character is really, really good, and I am gonna be playing them a lot more moving forward to see if they're actually way better or if I was just overrating them. But for right now, I will put them in high A. They might go up, they might go down, depending on my experience with them moving forward. Now moving on to the rest of the characters. For Bojack, Baby, Cell, Dabura, Zamasu, it's pretty much the same. Not much has changed in my opinion. These characters are all pretty good. They're decent, but they have huge flaws that hit them very, very hard and makes them very, very unplayable in higher ranks for the most part. I have a little bit of a change here, I think. In the tech tier, I will be moving Krillin up and moving 17 down. I think 17, for like as of right now, is probably the worst tech in my opinion. Not meaning that he is bad or anything, because he is still a good character and you can still make him work and you can still play very well. But the thing is with him that he just doesn't really... He's what I would call a jack of all trades and a master of none. So he does everything to a decent level, and then... But he doesn't really excel in anything, which kind of hurts him, considering that all the other techs, they have stuff in their abilities where they excel really, really hard in one area that makes them very, very dangerous. And also, I have been thinking a lot about Gotenks, and I've been playing a lot of Gotenks, and I've been playing with Gotenks players because everyone wants to play this character. And I think I might have undershot him a little bit. My initial thoughts on him were that he was the 4th best, 5th best, like right there with Frieza. But I have felt that Frieza has been declining for me as he is just kind of a skill check character. If you let him run at your towers, you're gonna lose. If you let Frieza just get to the boss first and he sets up his traps and you don't kill Zarbon, you're just gonna lose the boss. So it's kind of a skill check character. If you know these things, if you play around these things, if you know macro, you can punish Frieza, but I don't think he's that strong in higher ranks. And the higher up you go, the weaker he kinda is. So I'm gonna be moving Frieza down. He's still a great character and you can still get a lot of work from him. But I think Gotenks is in the S tier, and I also think that Majin Buu is pretty much the 2nd best tech in the game as of right now, and I think Hit is the 4th best now. This is how I would rank them. I think Hit is really strong. The sad thing with Hit is that he gets countered by Gotenks, he gets countered by Gohan, and he gets countered by a helper. Shu, if you have Shu every game, you will just have a huge advantage over Hit, and it can be really easy to play against Hit if you have Shu, and if your technical character knows how to use it properly. But I think Gotenks has a lot of potential, and he is very, very strong. A build that I've been running is maxing skill 3 into skill 1, not putting any points in Donut until level 10, and then running Snowball, Barrier, Backstab, and then just running into people, pressing skill 1 after putting all my ghosts on top of me, so I have 10 ghosts following me. Then I will press skill 1, get the backstab proc on skill 1, so it has a very low cooldown, and just run around and spam that and just stun people and one-shot them. It's really, really funny, and I think it's a very, 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 very strong build. But yeah, I think these characters are in a much better spot now, and I think the tech role in general is just really, really good and very balanced and very nice in general. In compared to the other roles, for example, tank is just really, really weird. The power level between the tanks are night and day, and they should buff some of the tank characters way more. Cell, Baby, even Zamasu's late game for him as well. But yeah, moving on to the newest character. So we have the man himself, who is Toppo. Actually, before we go to Toppo, I wanna talk about something else that I've had in mind. Usually, as you all know, I'm a Daimagoku one-trick main for the most part. I main Daimagoku. I can still play other characters, but I main this guy because he's my favorite. He's fun. And I've been playing more and more against Daimagokus and more and more less and less against Super Saiyan Gokus. I feel Goku's value is very strong still, and he is a very, very good character for sure, and very easy to pick up as well. But for me, I think he might be getting closer and closer to the level of the others, while Super Saiyan 3 is kind of in a league of his own. So I will say that I think Daimagoku will be going up for me next to Super Saiyan Goku. These two are interchangeable. I think this is the best characters in each role, and it's not even close. I think Goku and Daimagoku, for me, it's very close. They're interchangeable for me. I think Daimagoku offers a lot of value in team fights. Super Saiyan Goku's early game isn't really that strong. It's kind of weak, and he has a Genkidama that is only used for secures, so his ult is only used for secures, while everyone else's ults can be used in fights early on. But yeah, I still think he is a very, very strong character. A lot of damage, a lot of mobility, great secure, so I think he's still one of the best DPSs. I just think he's more closer to Daimagoku than he is to Super Saiyan 3 now. And last but not least, we have the newest character, Toppo. So, thing is with Toppo is that he is a very, very simple character who has kind of the same design philosophy as Dabura, as he is a character that wants to run you down in lane. He's a melee character with a lot of HP. He's pretty tanky for a DPS. He wants to stack his passive, run you down, reapply his passive, get his cooldown reduction from hitting enemies, which is a bad thing, because most characters in this game, in the later stages of the game, they don't really rush attack that much. And having a kit that relies on you rush attacking is pretty bad. It's okay if it's Oob, because he gets empowered damage on his rush attacks, so he will actually melt you with rush attacks while spamming abilities. But Toppo just wants to use it so he can get cooldown reduction, which is a bit sad because he doesn't really do insane amounts of damage. His skill 3 is a really good ability if you can get a huge counter off. Otherwise, he just kind of stands there and you just don't attack him. So I think Toppo is a fine character, and I will put him in the A tier, since I don't think he's bad at all. But I think that he is just a bit too limited, and he has no mobility, only gets movement speed running towards enemies. So yeah, I think for now I'm gonna be putting him in the A tier. It might change if I play more with him, if I play against better Toppo players, but for now I'm very comfortable with him being here. He's basically the Dabura, but a bit better and a bit more modern, and not as much reliant on getting a petrification, which is very inconsistent, compared to Toppo, who just kind of runs you down and just has some decent AoE and has a good skill 3. His skill 3 is a very good ability. But yeah, I think this is it for the end of season tier list. Personally, I think that the game is in a pretty good state right now. Most characters are pretty good. I think the Gamma buff was huge, and I just hope that they buff these characters down here, because they really need it. Especially this guy. He has seen no love for a long time. I don't know why they would buff this character, but then just not touch this character. It's very weird for me, but hopefully they will do it in the near future. That was it for today's video. I will be doing a start of season tier list for the newest character when he comes out in season 2. Should be around I think it was the 18th of November. So stay tuned for that. I will also release more videos, more guides, more VODs, more gameplay videos for you guys on the YouTube, so hopefully you guys enjoy that as well. I don't think I have anything else to say, so I will just end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good one.